If you've ever dreamed of putting an entitled brat in their place without throwing a single punch, this story is for you. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you love karma doing its thing, and let's dive into one of the most satisfying revenge stories you'll hear today. It had been years, but I still remember that night with pinpoint clarity. My wife, my best friend, his wife, and I, all of us in our 40s, finally got a rare night out. We scored tickets to see one of our favorite rock bands, and for once, everything just felt right. The venue was packed, but not chaotic. You know the kind of crowd where everyone is vibing, giving each other space, nodding along to the music without stepping on each other's shoes? That was us, an island of peaceful energy in a sea of middle-aged rock fans rediscovering their youth for a few hours. I remember turning to my wife as the lights dimmed and thinking, this is going to be a perfect night. And then she arrived. You know the type. Late 20s, maybe early 30s. Dressed like Coachella threw up on her, radiating the kind of self-importance that made you feel her before you even saw her. Let's call her Miss Entitlement. She barreled through the crowd like she was Moses, and we were the Red Sea. No, excuse me. No, sorry. Just elbows, attitude, and a loud declaration. You guys are too tall to be up front. It's not fair. We exchanged looks, all of us too stunned to respond. Was she serious? She didn't wait for an answer. She started dancing, but not normal dancing. No, this was a kind of chaotic, flailing, spinning, arm tornado energy that made everyone around her immediately uncomfortable. She slammed her hip into a guy in front of her, stepped on someone's foot. Then she spun directly into me. Slap. Her hand caught my face, open palm, fast enough to sting. I looked at her, stunned. She gave a fake little oops face and went right back to twirling like she was in some interpretive dance competition. I glanced at my wife. She was clutching my arm, clearly uncomfortable. My buddy leaned in and muttered, "We need to block her off." So we did. He and I shifted closer, forming a human barrier between Miss Entitlement and our wives. She didn't like that one bit. She tried to push past us, actually shoved me and barked, "She's my friend," pointing at my wife. My wife's eyes went wide. I've never seen this woman in my life. We stood firm, but Miss Entitlement wasn't done. Not even close. Her flailing intensified. She stomped on my foot, asterisk twice. Asterisk, she flung her arms wildly and smacked me in the face again, harder this time. By now, several people around us were getting pissed. I heard one guy say, "Yo, chill out." Another woman, "Girl, calm your damn self." But she didn't stop. She never stopped. She just turned around and started screaming at someone else. And that's when I snapped. My eyes drifted down to her purse, slung open on her side, like she didn't have a care in the world. Big, probably expensive, with what looked like a phone poking out, a few receipts, a lip gloss, and the beer in my hand? It was one of those oversized concert cans. Still nearly full. I didn't even think. I just acted. As she spun around to argue with someone else, I leaned slightly, angled the can, and poured half of it straight into her purse. I didn't rush. I didn't panic. I just let it flow like a waterfall of chilled, golden karma. The ladies behind us, they saw everything. One of them burst out laughing. Another gave me the biggest thumbs up I've ever seen. 20 minutes later, she reached into her purse to grab her phone. At first, she didn't even realize. She was just dancing again, reaching in mid-beat. Then her face froze. Her hand emerged, dripping. Confusion. Then horror. Then fury. We all turned away. I calmly lifted my beer can, still mostly full, obviously untouched, and took a long sip. She stomped up to security, waving her soaked purse like a protest sign. I heard her yelling that someone sabotaged her bag, that her phone was ruined, and that we all needed to be kicked out. The security guard looked at her bag, then at us, and he laughed. "Ma'am, maybe don't dance like a tornado next time." She was speechless, defeated, furious, but she had nowhere to direct it. Everyone around her had seen her behavior. No one was on her side. After the show, as we made our way outside, I caught one final glimpse of her. She was standing near the curb, drenched purse clutched in one hand, waving her phone around like she was trying to will it back to life. Can someone please call me an Uber? My phone's not working. Nobody stopped. Nobody even looked. I won't lie. I felt a little bad for like half a second. Then I remembered the sting on my cheek and the stomped toes and the sheer, unfiltered entitlement. No, I didn't go too far. I went just far enough. The beauty of the revenge wasn't in the act. It was in the aftermath. She was humiliated, isolated, and drenched in the beer she'd earned one arrogant flail at a time. She didn't learn her lesson from being told to calm down or from the people around her calling her out, but she felt that soggy purse. She felt the sticky beer on her phone, and she felt the cold shoulder of everyone who saw what she did and chose not to help her. That was justice. That was balance. Sometimes, revenge doesn't have to be loud or violent. It just has to be smart. A quiet act of karma, served chilled, with just a hint of hops. And if you ever wonder whether small actions matter, remember, a single can of beer can drown a whole ego. If this story gave you even half the satisfaction it gave me, smash that like button. Tell us in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen or pulled off? And of course, subscribe for more stories where justice isn't just served, it's served with style. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.